What's up guys, Qehzy or Noah here, and I redesigned Wolfsburg's 2020 to 2021 kits. I do concept kits all the time, and I decided to make some videos on them on this channel since I did an NFL redesign video on my main channel that's been doing pretty well, and I want to make more of these types of videos, redesigning sports jerseys and things like that. Obviously, redesigning every jersey in an entire league takes a while, so I thought I would start off by doing some individual teams in soccer, and maybe we'll do some other sports. We'll see how things go. But we're starting off with Wolfsburg, and they historically have had some pretty good kits. And they have a great green. They usually mix up the shade of green, but green is always a great color to work with. And then they're usually incorporating blue in there as well as like black and white, of course. They had some really great kits in the 80s and 90s, in my opinion. And then in the early 2000s, they went very boring. Not much going on, just kind of blank Nike kits. Some blank Puma kits in there too. The Puma kit from 2000 to 2002 was all right. In 2009, I believe they went to Adidas, and then they started to get some more interesting kit designs. And then Kappa took over, and I think the kits got even better than what Adidas was doing. Now they're back to Nike as of 2016-ish, and they've done some boring kits again with them, but they've also done some really interesting kits. Like their last two home uniforms have been pretty interesting, and their new colors have leaked for the new season, and I was doing a concept design for them because I've always loved their colors and I wanted to attempt it. So this is kind of what I did. First off, the home uniform, I went with a lighter green. It's almost a mint green, and that's based off their new kit for the upcoming season. That's the color they're going with, according to some leaks. It's a really nice color in my opinion, so that is the base. Then we have some diagonal stripes going on, and they're a bit zigzagged because that is a common Nike stripe patterning that they do. Also, throughout Wolfsburg's recent history, they've done a lot of crisscrossing or diagonal stripes. So it was kind of based on that. I went with the diagonal, and it was meant to crisscross. And I did that, and it was just a little too busy. So I did a subtle crisscross with like a light overlay that you might not even notice because the color that stands out are the diagonals going in the one direction. But some of my favorite Wolfsburg kits are the 80s and 90s ones that I mentioned earlier, and all those were vertical striping. So I really wanted to go back to the striping, and they did it with green and black, so I did the same thing. And that's the inspiration for that home kit design. And I think it would be a really cool look for them. I like how it incorporates some of the black, but if the black isn't too overwhelming. The 90s kits with the black and green stripes, I think it was a little too much black. I would have liked to see some more of the green. The 99 to 2000 stripes was pretty good because that green was brighter. So I think my design is pretty unique, pretty interesting, and I'd like to see Wolfsburg do something like that. Obviously, I like this color green as well. I think it works well. I'm excited to see what they actually do with this green. The away kit starting point actually comes from last year's away kit that they had with the collar that was half green, half blue, and I really like that. I went with a different blue. I went with the lighter blue that they used on their away kit this year, or this past season. And it was actually a white jersey originally with blue and green vertical striping that kind of interwove, sort of like the alternate jersey, which we'll get to. But I decided to hide a lot of the parts with some paint splatter brushes, so it would be more white and just have a little bit of the green and the blue interweaved in there. I really like the final design, and I maybe should have gone with a darker green for the logos, or maybe gone with the blue for the logos. But I still think it works, and I think it looks really neat, and I'm really happy with that design. The alternate jersey was inspired by the last two home shirts. They've had some pretty wicked X line design patterns going on, and I didn't go with like the X theme, but I went with some cool line pattern that I created. And I was going to do something thinner like those two uniforms have, but I like the thicker lines, and it's basically multiple lines crisscrossing at different angles to give this pattern its look. And it's something unique, and it worked on the black, and I liked how I was able to incorporate a little bit of that green in the striping. But Wolfsburg really hasn't used black as a kit color at all throughout their history that I've seen from my little research. So there was no black kit to inspire this one, so I kind of just went my own way with it, with some inspiration from various kits. That's it for my Wolfsburg redesign, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. I will be doing Napoli next, and then after that, I have no idea where I'll go. So leave your suggestions down below in the comments or tweet them at me at Qehzy. Follow me on Instagram, that's Qehzy. If you want to use the mockups I used in this video to create my designs, they're available on templatefc.com, which also features a couple pattern packs that include kit patterns from teams around the world. So check that out if you're interested in designing your own kits. I also have some tutorials on how to do it on my main channel, so check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.